What's going on, fellow junkies? Horror Junkies 519, Kyle 13th coming at you again today, you guys. And I get to wish you guys a happy Friday the 13th, you guys. It is here, and it is June, which that means it is Jason's actual birthday. June 13th, and I don't remember the year that he was born. Sorry, I should have looked that up, but I didn't. But happy birthday, Jason. I hope you guys are out there celebrating by watching movies. I know we don't have anything new just yet, but you know, you've seen the Jason Universe new release of what they want Jason to look like. Why do I not like it? I don't like it. I don't want it to be like that. I hate the modification of the mask. I can be okay with the clothes and the body and stuff like that because that's so-so, but the mask has to be the mask. And the new little red chevrons I have going on right under the eyes that like point up the sides, I don't know. It's just weird. Can we just keep the mask the same, please? I know we've messed it up, but I mean, we always have the top and we always have, you know, the ones going down. I know part 8 kind of messed with it a little bit, but, you know, that's just classic at this point. But anyway, you guys, I'm still excited about the Crystal Lake series. I'm really excited to see, you know, the prequel of Mrs. Voorhees. I can't wait to see exactly how they do it. I'm a huge fan of Bates Motel, so I don't know if it's going to be anything like that. Obviously, it's probably not going to be anything exactly like that, but, you know, that's kind of what I'm trying to base this off of. So it has potential to be great, but we're ready for Jason. And I know that, you know, a lot of anything else is probably not going to just suffice a continuation without Jason. But, you know, that's where we're at, you guys. So we do have some movement in the franchise, not a ton, but, you know, it's better than what we were talking about last Friday the 13th. And so what am I going to do this Friday the 13th, you guys? Because, you know, I always try to do something Friday the 13th related. I always wear my mask for my Friday the 13th videos. But we're going to do what we got, and this is what it is. So we're going to be going over the Friday the 13th Pamela Voorhees action for you guys from NECA. I still can't believe that this Ultimate figure actually was released. And every time we saw pictures of it, everyone kept saying, it's a custom, it's a custom, it's a custom, and now it's here in our hands. Not a custom, you guys. So that is absolutely amazing. I really hope this lights a fire back in the franchise to do more Jasons. I know this is Mrs. Voorhees, and so, you know, maybe this still doesn't mean that we're getting Jason figures yet, but I'm still holding out hope for my Part 8. I need a Part 8. I want it, and I can't stop thinking about it. I want my Part 8 Jason figure. They've never made one. Of course, there's been some great customs, but I want my Part 8, please. I'll even be nice about it. All right, guys, but this Friday 13th, on Jason's birthday, we are going to talk about Pamela Voorhees, and we're going to go over this amazing figure. You guys, if you've not checked it out, this thing is so amazing. I could not wait to get my hands on it. It's been sitting here, and I wanted to review it earlier on, but I know I didn't quite have anything in the bank for my Friday 13th video, so I figured I better wait. Let's go ahead and tear this right in. Let's get this video rocking and rolling, but let's go ahead and take a look at the box. We do have the cover of the original Friday 13th here, missing the counselors here. There's usually on any of your DVDs and stuff like that, counselors are standing right here, and they're not there. So I wonder what that's all about, but we do have, without them, we still have the original Friday 13th cover. It says, they were warned, they are doomed, and on Friday the 13th, nothing will save them. Friday 13th, Ultimate, Pamela Voorhees. And so we also got Friday 13th, NECA, and Real Toys there on the side. We got Friday 13th on the top, and we also got it on the side again. Of course, on the bottom, if you guys want to check out the credits, you guys can go ahead and pause and take a look at those if you're curious. I'll take a look at them just to make sure that we don't have anything I need to mention. But anyways, we got the back here. We got a lot of great action shots with this figure. Look at the face on these figures, you guys. They did an amazing job at capturing the likeness of our Pamela Voorhees, our mother of Jason Voorhees, you know. And, yeah, you guys, I just can't, Betsy Palmer. I was really trying to think of the name. They really got a great likeness of Betsy Palmer. Is it perfect? No, but I think it looks amazing. But what does this thing come with? So it includes a machete, an axe, a knife, a broken paddle, a bow, an arrow, interchangeable hands, and interchangeable heads, you guys. So it's all packed in here just like NECA does. They always do it right. Let's go ahead and pop this open. You guys can go ahead and look at the amazing shot they always do on the side of the actual figure in a great pose with a cool background. And then we can come over here and see the main event, you guys. Of course, the glare is going to kill me a little bit, but there is our Betsy Palmer, our Pamela Voorhees, our Mrs. Voorhees, our mom. Oh boy. I can't wait to do this, you guys. Let's go ahead and dig right in, and I can't wait to add her to my Friday the 13th shelf. She's going to fit in great. And I want to do some comparisons with some other Mrs. Voorhees figures that we have, so that'll be kind of cool. So I'll have to get up and get those here shortly, but we'll do. And as far as the background goes, we kind of got, I don't know, it's like a forest scape, but it almost looks like it's like behind broken glass or like maybe really hard rain or something like that. I don't know. It's really kind of cool, but you know, if you guys like to use these in your displays, I definitely think it's really cool that you do that. I don't personally do that, but I always like to show off the background so you guys know what you'll be getting if you decide to get the figure. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and get our accessories going. And so we can go ahead and pull these out, and you guys can check them out. So we'll start with the bow, which it seems pretty legit. We got an actual string where you actually can draw it back so you can make it look like she's going to shoot an arrow at somebody. It would have been kind of cool if we actually saw her use the bow in the movie, but you know, we never saw her, and we just kind of saw arrows flying at people or saw arrows stuck in people. But you know, it still would have been kind of cool to see her do it. Obviously, we couldn't really see her doing the kills because then it wouldn't be a whodunit. But you know, I can still hope and dream, can't I? It'd be cool if there was like even some background footage now that they could show us, but I don't think it exists because maybe when they did those kills, Betsy Palmer wasn't even there. Who knows? And we get 4 arrows, which is super cool. So we do have different colors of feathers on the end, and then we do have the tips right there. So those are looking. Oh, we got one that's actually has a tip, and the rest of them are just thin pieces of arrow material. All right, put those back in there so maybe I don't lose them. What are the chances of me actually keeping all this stuff? Who knows? Try and get her knife out of there. All right, we got Mrs. Voorhees' knife. She uses a bunch of different weapons, but this is the one we see her, you know, in action with a majority of the time. And so that's really awesome, and we get to put that in her sheath on her belt, hopefully, so that's going to be really cool. All right. All right, and here is the broken piece of the ore, and as you can see, it's kind of got a jagged spot where it actually broke off from the rest of it. You kind of see them use an ore and break it in the fight between her and Alice, and yeah, and then they end up still trying to use the broken piece of it as a stabbing machine. I'm gonna call it a stabbing machine. Oh, brother. Alrighty, now we're getting into the good stuff. And we got her axe, if I can get it to pop out here. Looks like we got a little bit of rust or blood on this thing. So there's the axe, looking pretty good. I actually really kind of like the look of that. It's got a couple drops of blood on there. Nothing too crazy, but I still think it's a lot of fun when you get to see blood on the weapons that these comes with. Sorry, my watch is trying to type everything I'm saying right now, which is just ridiculous. And the last but not least weapon that comes with our Pamela Voorhees is the machete. Honestly, you can't have a Friday the 13th action figure without a machete, unless, of course, it didn't use one in the movie. I know that there's Part 8 doesn't have one, so I don't think we'll see a machete in that box, but who knows? Maybe they'll add one anyway. But looking good, no blood on that, but it's still great to have a machete with Mrs. Voorhees. All right, you guys, we do get a bunch of alternate hands. I'm not going to go through them all. I'm really not going to show them off because once you see a bunch of alternate hands, you've seen them all, really. But all of them are kind of to utilize all the different weapons and stuff like that with her. So you'll be able to use them as you want. And you guys will get to see some of that stuff in the pictures at the end. So make sure you stay tuned. Let's go ahead and get to some of these alternate hands. All right, we got the one where she's just after Alice. She's about ready. She's going to rip her apart, and she's got the screaming face, the Mrs. Voorhees of power, and I just freaking love it. I think it looks awesome. I'm really glad we kind of got the screaming face, because that's when you know she is just after Alice. She's ready to kill her. She killed her son in her mind, and so she wants to kill this girl in any way she can. So, really intense. And this is the kind of like, I think she's still trying to make everyone believe that she's just this nice little old lady. She's Mrs. Voorhees. She was a friend of the cookie, of the cookie. Oh man, I just completely spaced the name. Choose Mrs. Voorhees. She's a friend of the Christies. There you go. And so she's just like, "Hi, Alice. I'm here. I'm here to help you. I'm Mrs. Voorhees. I'm not crazy at all." That's what that head is. And this is the one of the freaking. Now she's definitely gone psycho. She's the killer, mommy. Killer. I won't. I'll get her, Jason. Don't let her live. I won't, Jason. I won't. That's that face right there. All right, you guys. And so that's all the accessories and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and cut out our Mrs. Voorhees out of the box, and let's go ahead and see what she has to offer. This just looks so good. All right, you guys. So I got the main event out of the box. So let's go ahead and check her out. And so we do have another psychotic face, different all the rest of them. Just a bigger smile, and oh yeah, she's just running after Alice with Jason in her head, and she's gonna kill this girl if she's able to. But if you definitely want to take a look at her, I think they really sculpted her really nicely. Look at this sweater on her. I think it looks absolutely phenomenal. They really, really got a lot of great detail in this sweater. Could they have done more? Absolutely, but I really think this looks absolutely phenomenal. I have nothing bad to say. They did get a little bit of the black turtleneck she kind of wears underneath the sweater. We've also seen her with kind of like almost like a plaid collar coming out of it at parts, but I mean, I think the main part is having that black turtleneck under there. We got her legs. We got her sheath for her knife right there. That feels like that could potentially break out pretty easily if you're not careful. We got her pantsy, guys. I think this is really well sculpted. Not much going on the back of the sweater, but they really knocked it out on the cover, on the front of the cover of the sweater. Jeepers creepers. And so let's go ahead and check out the articulation. So we do have her head is on a ball joint, so that should be pretty easy to make her look around wherever you want. She doesn't have super long hair, so it's not going to impede it. As far as the shoulders, it goes all the way around. You can go in and out. It moves everything that you would want to move. We only have single jointed elbows, which is not my favorite. I feel like she would have benefited from having the double jointed elbows because like using the bow and arrow and all that stuff, I think would have been really nice. This elbow is really stiff, so I'm really worried about busting it. All right, I was able to bend them both without too much issue. So, but if you get yours, be a little bit cautious when you're bending the elbows. There is no abdomen crunch, which is I think would have been nice to have maybe. And she does have a waist swivel. Her thighs, you're able to move those all the way around like you want to. She does have a single knee joint, which is okay. I think that'll be all right. And then as far as ankles, it is able to swivel. I don't think it's on a ball joint. And her pants don't stop the movement too much. But yeah, I think it's got a good amount of articulation for Mrs. Voorhees. Still would have liked the double jointed elbows as well as the abdomen crunch just to add a little bit more. But let's go ahead and see if she is going to stand for us. We want to know, is Mom going to be able to stand right next to her son in our collections and not fall over every couple minutes? Let me clear the table so we can get this going. Whoops, there goes the ore. And I'm going to have to get her in a little bit better pose before I administer the hurricane test. All right, so I got her on my table here, you guys. I'm going to try and get her into a little better pose where she feels a little more solid. All right, let's go ahead and test this out, huh? All right, you guys, so kind of slapped my table 4 or 5 times, wherever the case may be. And the pose I got her in, it's just a regular standing pose, and she didn't fall at all. So I think she's going to be standing up in our collections just fine, you guys. Honestly, I'm so excited about this figure, you guys. I think it's just going to be a great addition. I'm happy to see it. I don't think Mrs. Voorhees gets the recognition that she deserves for being the mother of Jason Voorhees and being the original killer in Friday the 13th. No matter how you feel about the original Friday the 13th movie, I think Pamela Voorhees is still a stellar killer. And so I did want to kind of talk about a few of the other releases that I have of Mrs. Voorhees. So bear with me. All right, I am back. All right, so we do have the, I don't know what convention it was, exclusive. We had one with some actual cloth clothes, and so here she is next to that one. This also came with little baby Jason, so this was a con exclusive at one point, but I was able to pick it up at a store way back when, but this is almost impossible to get unless you're willing to spend a lot of money on it now. I really still like to see another chance to get a little baby Jason just like this. I think that's wicked awesome. But anyway, here's a comparison to the con exclusive. She is a little bit taller. She's a lot taller than the new one. But anyways, I still think the head sculpts were both really decent. I still like the new head sculpt quite a bit. But this one was still pretty good for what we had. And then we also had from part 3, the zombie Mrs. Voorhees that comes out of the lake and grabs Chris. So yeah, we do have that one as well. So this is the representation of Mrs. Voorhees that I always had. There was a Sideshow collectibles figure of her, more like the 12-inch figure. That was really cool, but I never had it, but it still looked awesome anyway. But anyways, you guys, honestly, this figure is phenomenal. I think sculpting, I think the paint up, I think everything's absolutely great on it. I love the accessories. I don't think I could have asked for anything as far as different other accessories that it should have. Honestly, make sure you stay tuned for the pictures after this, but I think this is a great figure. I'm going to go ahead and give it a solid, honestly, since I'm so stoked about this, I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10. I think it's a phenomenal figure. It gets a solid, without a fact, you guys. Happy Friday 13th, you guys. Enjoy the Mrs. Voorhees figure, you guys. I think this is phenomenal, and I would love to see her get more opportunities to be in the line, but this is great, you guys. So get them, enjoy them, and let's hope for next Friday 13th we get to talk about some new movies. Let's hope by then we're talking about how much we love the show, and that's going to do it for me, you guys. Let's hope you have a nice blood red Friday 13th, you guys. Watch the movies, talk about your collections and stuff like that. Talk about hockey masks, you guys. Hopefully I'll have some new hockey masks I'll get to show off here relatively soon. But that's going to do it for me on this Friday 13th, this Jason's birthday. That's going to do it for me, Horde Junkies 509, signing out just until next time. You guys already know it. I've been sentenced to life. I am a horror lifer. And you guys, have a killer day. Have a killer Friday 13th. Stay bloody and stay out of the lake. No premarital sex. Don't do drugs unless you want Jason to come for you. And it's not coming for you like it's going to get a new movie. He will kill the shit out of you. Have a good one. Until Horde Junkies 509 rides again.